Hello, our friends, Evolutionary Energy Arts family.
Hello there. Welcome back.
Welcome back, guys. As always, want to thank everybody. Make sure you are subscribed, have the little bell on for notifications, and share these videos so we can awaken as many as possible to the craziness going on planet Earth and look a little deeper for answers.
It's pretty crazy.
It is. It is. So a few days ago, we noted a 6.6 quake that was fairly deep, and said it had the potential to bring something around a 7, perhaps up to Indonesia or the Philippines. Well, we have anywhere from a 7.4 to 7.6 that just occurred, depending on what sources you're listening to or looking at. No, it doesn't mean God objects to the to that wedding taking place.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking, boy, if it were me, what would I think about that?
Oh, I know. Would it make you think twice? That truly, I mean, some people would take that as a sign. This is over in a school. Definitely. This is one of the scariest things people would have to go through. So we can see the location of this. This is the 7.4. It is 20 kilometers east of Santiago, Philippines. Please do send your prayers and positive intentions out there to everybody that's picking up the pieces. So far, 2 lives have been confirmed lost in this very large, strong earthquake. This one's at 58.1 kilometers deep. When we look at it, I was just going to take a quick peek at the 7 days. So you can see this is 7 days, just the ones 4.5 or larger. And yeah, absolutely. This is perhaps one of the biggest, most devastating areas for quakes and also volcanic activity on the planet. The ring of fire that everybody's acquainted with. When you look again, what's absent is large quakes over on the west coast of the U.S. Now, the U.S. and Canada, they do tend to have perhaps more smaller quakes than almost anywhere. However, the large ones are not as prevalent, but, be aware, again, this energy usually does move either upstream or downstream. So, after this one here, and the other one we were looking at was, I believe, right around here. This is the one, 6.6, Papua New Guinea. So we see the energy just moved up to the northwest a little bit. And, I would still be on the lookout anywhere in this Ring of Fire area, and even also directly across. Again, these times are just crazy. This is not where I want to be either. Can you imagine being up off the ground in a building when this is happening? Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, all you could do is say your prayers, or your mantras, and keep keep grabbing on. Yeah, just craziness. This is a family, and they do the right thing in that, look at the kids. The kids get, right in the doorway, under a table in the doorway if you can't get out. Yeah, you just basically hang on tight, put your highest frequency out, create a little protective bubble. Historically, again, this area has been blasted by some big ones historically, and this is out in the streets. And again, this is not something that they, the location is something in which everybody realizes this is a possibility. You go through bigger quakes over here relatively frequently. It is again a sign of the times that we're in too. The earth is going to go through a transition of cleansing again, and everybody has been speaking about this, that pay attention for so long. A 7.6 again, this is being quoted as 7.4 to 7.6, struck offshore southern Philippines October 10th, 2025, a depth of, this is calling it 10 kilometers, 6 miles away from Manay town in Davao Oriental Province, Mindanao region. Now, they were warning of tidal waves, and initially warning of tidal waves up to 10 feet. And then they said look for waves up to about 1 meter. Again, they warned people to get off the coast and to get away from any structures that didn't seem stable. So we had that 6.6, then we have this 7.4 to 7.6, USGS calling it 7.4, other sources calling 7.6, 58.1 kilometers deep. So, again, here, after that one to here, if the energy keeps moving north, you could end up having something similar again, coming from Taiwan up into Japan. And again, there's been a lot. We're looking at the 4.5s. This is just 4.5. If we look at 7 days, all magnitudes, it's going to be even swarming more. The Kamchatka Peninsula has had just non-stop quakes for months and months now. A lot of activity over there as well. And this is today, just today, so you have a 6.0 up here as well. The only thing that we haven't seen is really a larger release of energy again over in Cascadia in the San Andreas, which they do say is overdue. So, this is something to absolutely make note of. There's partial collapse over here at this building. I'm sure there was more damage, with something this large. I really do believe that people are protected by what we might call angels, because, there's been so many massive quakes, huge disasters, and thankfully with a relatively small loss of life compared to what could happen. So, I do think, again, it makes a big difference when we're having a daily spiritual routine that we go through. And there are two NOAA buoys, as you can see here in the South Philippine Sea and North Manus, that are triggered. They're in event mode, so we could see there was unusual wave activity there. Doesn't mean it would be any sort of mega tsunami, by the way. When you look over here, what do you see? A lot of storms hang on tight. It's going to be a very, very, I think, challenging few weeks to rest of the year coming up. So there you go, right? Agency reporting a depth of 58.1 kilometers, 36 miles. EMC reporting 7.4 at a depth of 53 kilometers, 33 miles. Oh, there's that number again. They say the threat for a major tsunami has passed. But, again, there could absolutely be another big one coming, and I'm sure there is, not necessarily right today in this area, but nothing would surprise me.
Well, the energy that I'm feeling right now, and usually I don't feel this. I do feel something more coming, definitely with Earth shields down and the sun doing what it's doing. The planetary alignments, along with how everyone's feeling, I feel more to come.
There's a lot more to come on many different levels. I do think we're going to go through a period of the greatest change we have ever seen in our lives. I do think the more intense phase of that is pretty much starting right now. So again, be as prepared as possible. And again, we want to thank everybody for their support over on Patreon and also with the YouTube memberships. We couldn't do it without you guys. Please, again, do send your prayers, positive energies out to everybody that's been through this as they pick up and resort things and rebuild. Much love as always. Source bless and namaste.
Namaste.